to a keen intellect, sharp intellect, sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhi, by strong intellect, by a sharp intellect, to people who can see subtle things, sukshmadarshibhi. This is the thing told. Now the question is, if it is hidden everywhere, why don't we see it? That is the question. Okay, hidden also, if it is everywhere, why don't we see it? Why is it so difficult to see?
Well, by using external organs, you can't see. Actually, internally, by sadhana,
so here this is the $1 million question. Why don't we see it? Why don't we see it? You say everywhere, water, everywhere, not a drop to drink, like that. In the sea, everywhere water is there, but you cannot drink any of that. So similarly, everywhere is there, everything is there. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu, but you are not able to see, because through external sense organs you cannot see. So that is where the Upanishad comes. Please repeat after me. Paranchi khani vyatranat swayambhuhu tasmat parang pashyati na antaratman कश्चित् धीरः प्रत्यगात्मानम् ऐक्षत् आवृत्त चक्षुः अमृतत्वम् इच्छन्. It has been broken there so that you can pronounce it properly. So next time onwards I will ask you, now and then, tell me this mantra, tell me that mantra. Uttishtata jagrata. Then? This is the only way to drive these things. We are always dabbling in duality. This is the only way to bring home these ideas. Only way. Hammer, constant hammering on the mind. I am Atman. Tell. We are all what? Atman. I am Atman. Power should be there. What is this? Tell loudly. I am Atman. Like that. This, when somebody says Aham Brahmasmi, it gives power. I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am something beyond, I am something with tremendous potential. So he says, Arey, Chief Minister ne bola. Arey, what Chief Minister? You are always thinking of such a thing. This government is not. Arey, what government? You are such a huge, your personality is so infinite. And you are always bothered about government and department and proportion. And yesterday I went to a government department, all time they do this only. Amar leave travel ta ki, LTA ta ki hobe. You are not working, you are not doing what you should do. Yoga karma su kaushala. You are thinking of what will happen to your LTA. Most of you go to Shastri Bhavan, Delhi, and you see people are in winter time, they will all be knitting sweaters. And they bring sabji wala comes there. They purchase sabji and cut it also there. It's horrible to see. And that is what happens. And how can India improve? So the question is, why are we not able to see? The answer is, Paranchi khani vyatrinat swayambhuhu. Wow. It has gone the other way around. Okay. This is also Paranchi khani, it has become. Paranchi khani vyatrinat swayambhuhu. Paranchi, outgoing. Khani, kha means a cavity. Ni, towards. So, it is as though it goes into a cavity, black hole. It is going into something. Paranchi khani vyatrinat swayambhuhu. Who is Swayambhu? Lord. The Lord is Swayambhu, who is self-revealing, or Brahman, self-revealing. Swayambhu, Swayambhu. Bhu means exists, every time it is there. Eternal. Swayam, by itself. Brahman does not need any support. So, Vyatrinat, It has been destroyed. What has been destroyed? The indriyas, the senses have been destroyed. Have been destroyed. So Paranchi Khani here actually means senses, outgoing senses. As though they are going out into a black hole. They are going into some cavity. So this Paranchi Khani, Vyatranat, and they have been destroyed. By whom? Brahman or Lord. Destroyed, because their property is like this. Their property is that they will always go out. Chele bhaloi chilo, maer adare pore bigde gelo. So the boy was good, but because of extraordinary adoration and extra affection of mother, spoiled. So Vyatranat Swayambhu. Lord has spoiled the sense organs.
Destroyed the outgoing senses.
Huh?
Lord has destroyed the outgoing senses.
That's what. Vyatranat Swayambhu. Vyatranat means destroyed or killed. Outgoing senses means what? It is always outgoing, no? Senses means it should be able to go everywhere, but it is only going outward. So it is destroyed. Lord has destroyed it. Pashyati. Why destroyed? It has destroyed. How do you say it is destroyed? Tasmat. Because Lord has destroyed, because this boy was spoilt by so much of love and affection, now this fellow does not want to do any work. This is what. How do you say this boy is spoiled? Because he does not do any work. He does not get up from his bed. He will eat his breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything in bed only. So spoiled. Spoilt brat. So, like that, this senses are also spoiled. How? Tasmat. Why? Because they have spoiled, they have been spoiled, so that's why Parang Pashyatina Antaratman. They see only outside, not inside. They go only outwards, not inside. I always see the mistakes of other people. You are not good, you are not good, my husband is not good, husband will say wife is not good, wife will say husband is... I am good, but nobody understands me. Everyone in this world says that nobody understands that person. Practically nobody understands nobody else.
That means the Lord is responsible.
Huh?
That means the Lord is responsible.
Yes, Lord is... See, that is what I am telling. Parang Pashyati. Now you have immediately fixed that the Lord is the problem. Immediately you have given the answer. Lord is the problem. I was good only. This Lord, if this good old Lord did not create problem with the senses, I was so disciplined. But because of the Lord, oh Lord, see there are so many films also, oh my God, etc. No? So Lord is the problem. We'll see what is the problem. Paranchi Khani Vyatranat Swayambhu Tashmat Pashyati Parang Pashyati Na Antaratman. That is why Parak, it sees only the outer, Na Antaratman, not the Esha Sarveshu Bhuteshu Guda Atmana Prakashate. That Sarveshu Bhuteshu hidden is not being seen, because why? Always going outwards. Always going outwards. What has happened to you, you don't see. Oh, tumhar mukhe hotel le gaya che. Oh, your face is like that. Your eye is like this. I am not able to see me. Always I should keep a mirror like that. But we don't have, so we don't see. But many people do that. Constantly they are standing in front of the mirror, trying to see so many things. Yes. This is wonderful. We have most youngest person now come into this thing. You see that? That's good. Young is always good. So, Yatishwaranji Maharaj used to say, how many of you know about Yatishwarananda? He was Swami Brahmanandaji's disciple. He started a thing called Yuvaka Sangha in Bangalore. He used to say, a man went there, he said, I am not interested in you. It's a famous statement. Recently they celebrated their golden jubilee or diamond jubilee. I am not interested in you. I am not interested in your son. I am interested in your grandson. Rajnikant was a member of this Yuvak Sangha. I am not interested in you. I am not interested in your son. I am interested in your grandson. And that's how he started this Yuvaka Sangha. And Rajnikant was one of the member. Even now when something happens, he comes there. Anyway, so Paranchikani Vatrinat Swayambhuhu Tasmat Parang Pashyati na Antratman. That's why always I see outside, not inside. Kaschid Dhiraha. But there are certain intelligent people who, wise people, discerning people, rare, who Pratyagatman Atmanam Aikshat, having known or having seen or wanting to see. Shankaracharya comments Aikshat on this word, and he says in Sanskrit, in Vedic Sanskrit, tenses are not very clear. So future tense, past tense, everything is confused. So Shankaracharya says it is Aikshat means actually saw. He says, but it does not mean that. Some people who want to see also, they do that. So here you should take it in the sense of people who want to see the Atman. Pratyagatmanam Aikshat Avritta Chakshuhu. Turning your senses inward, closing your eyes and falling into sleep. Okay, closing your eyes. What is in Bhagavad Gita, what is that? Senses. Withdrawing the senses. Kachap. Kurma Angani Iva. Just like a tortoise, what does tortoise do? You go and beat the tortoise on this thing, hard shell, and it will immediately take everything inside. Like caterpillar, all these things, when you just beat it, it will coil into this thing. Then small children do that. They start playing with it. Or some people take matchboxes and put it there inside all this. Nowadays, nobody does that because everybody is busy with Xbox. So everybody does everything, but only virtually, not. So anyway, so this is the thing. Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanam aikshat avritta chakshuhu. They turn their mind inwards, turn their senses inwards. Amritatvam icchan. Why? Why do they do that? Because they want to become amrita. They want to become amara. They want to become immortal. What does that mean? They want to become, they are immortal, but they want to realize that they are immortal. For example, some years ago, a center came to Belur Mutt saying that this belongs to Ramakrishna Mutt. Ramakrishna Mutt did not know that that center belongs to Ramakrishna Mutt. Actually, it was started by somebody else, and in the deed it was written that when the persons will not be able to manage it, it should be given to Ramakrishna Mutt. God only knows how many organizations have been started like that. So when the people could not manage, they came to promptly in Kerala. They came to Belur Mutt and said that we are not able to manage, and because in the deed it is written, it belongs. So we never knew that such a property existed. So similarly, if for example our professor is there, Somnathji, suppose somebody has written 1,000 crores. Say, suppose means why less, 1,000 crores. So suppose somebody has written in his name, he does not know. What is the use? He is thinking, how will I do this, how will I do that? If he knows, it will be of use. So it should be known. So if you are all immortal and you don't know that you are immortal, what is the use? If you are Atman and you don't know that you are Atman, what is the use? You are thinking what will happen, there is a big foda here, say, boil. Summertime big fodas come, boils. Then you are thinking what will I put, which lotion I will put. You are Atman and you are worried all the time about this boil. But you don't know, that is why you are worried. So what is the use of such property which you don't know that you own? What is the use of this, your true nature, if you don't know that? So that is why Amritatvam Icchan means you want to know that. If you want to know, Avritta Chakshuhu, turn your senses inside, inward. Now why this happened? Why did God do this? He said, God is the troublemaker. Oh Lord, why did you do this? Et tu Brutus, why did you do this to us? Why? Lord is so foolish that he created a problem. What did he do actually? First we should understand what he did. What he did was this, manufacturing defect. This is a manufacturing defect. Earlier also I have told you. Manufacturing defect. But why should a God do that? With all Six Sigma and all those things, why should God have manufacturing defect? He will tell, Arey, we have better control systems. You come to IIT Kharagpur, we would have made wonderful control systems. No, in 1 billion processes, there would have been even one error would have been there.
So for some people, he has not wasted the sensor.
Achha?
So those people are becoming
Sense organs always go outside for everybody. You have to, by great effort, bring it inside. So why did God do that?
According to Ramakrishna, that Bhuri the Hachapuri.
Hmm.
That Bhuri the Hachapuri and this rest of the people. He is playing with us.
That is the devotee's point of view. But other something? Now why did God do this? Or did God do this? Huh? How did this manufacturing defect come? Hmm? You see, my advice is, or that is what I have also learned the very hard way, is always keep things very simple. Don't become complicated. In life also, in philosophy studies everywhere, keep it as simple as possible, and what we are looking at is a very simple thing. All of you know. Come to Advaita Vedanta, please. Yes. So what is manufacturing defect? Ignorance. So why do the senses go outward? Actually, you see what? Actually, the thing here it's told is that senses go outwards. But the problem is that the whole universe is outwards. It's an outward projection of reality. Not only the senses, everything is projected outwards. Are you getting the point? It is because of ignorance that the whole universe has been projected. Not only the senses. We say senses go outwards. No, not only the senses. I am a subject and everything becomes objectified. Actually, what should happen? Everything should become subjectified. I am part of everything, right? Because if I am Brahman, only Brahman exists, so there is nothing else. So only the subject is there. There is no object. There is no object. But because of ignorance, what has happened is I have objectified, I have manifested this universe. So it is not only that the senses are going outward, everything is going outward. My whole existence is also going outward. I see a body and I say this is my body. I see somebody else's body and say that is her body. But there is nobody. There is no body. Only Brahman is there. So this is the problem. So we have to always remember this. Only this is there. Only rope is there. There is no snake. So then the senses will not go outward. Senses go outward because you don't understand that. Now what is this year? What is the year now? Huh? 2013. It's a very simple question. Everybody will come. So what kind of significance does it have with Swami Vivekananda? Okay, so what was Swami Vivekananda talking about? 150th birth anniversary. Everywhere Swami Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda. Some people say Swami Vivekananda went to Parliament of Religions, Chicago. He reinvented Hinduism. He recreated Hinduism. He established what you call Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission. He was a great disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, blah, 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 blah. He took India to West. What was the undercurrent or the denominator of all the teachings of Swami Vivekananda? One common feature of all the teachings of Swamiji. Each soul is potentially. Each soul is potentially divine, and the goal is to manifest this divinity by controlling nature, external and internal. Do this either by work or worship or psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. Doctrines, dogmas, rituals, doctrines or dogmas or rituals or temples or forms or books are but secondary details. So, what was the one common factor? One common factor was this. After understanding something, I came to this realization that in Swami, suddenly one day, so many people call here and there. You speak on Swamiji, you speak on Swamiji. You keep on speaking, and then suddenly one day it dawned upon me, aha, Swamiji has spoken only one thing, and that is Paransi Khani Vetrinath Swayambhu. He has said that don't go outside, come inside. He has said that the solution is not in the outside but in the inside. Then I saw, yeah, correct. At all levels he has told that. How? You see, each soul is potentially divine. At the level of spirituality, individual spirituality. He does not say that you meditate, you do this, you do that. You do all those. But the original teaching is, each soul is potentially divine. You go inside. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atma. That he says, each soul is potentially divine. That. Then, this is at the level of individual spirituality. At the level of education, he does not say education means you teach that, you teach that. He says education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man. Avritta chakshuhu. Again, go inwards, not outwards. Solution is not outside, inside. Perfection already in man. Okay. In terms of the national characteristic, he says, every country has a national characteristic. Some have politics, some have arts. But for India, our motherland has religion, and religion alone for its basis, for its backbone. So a national characteristic also, he does not say, go to France and go to this and this thing. No. He says, go back to your own characteristic, and that is what? Religion. Politicians use that. But because religion has not been properly developed and properly safeguarded in this country, we are having all this problem. Religion is the backbone of India. There also, solution is inwards. At the level of religion also, Swamiji does not say religion is building temples. Religion is writing new commentaries. Swamiji says religion is realization. Again, the solution is inwards. Paranchi Khani Vetrinath Swayambhu Avritta Chakshuhu. That is, you turn inwards. At the level of reform, social reform, Swamiji says, I want root and branch reform. I want complete reform. I don't want in bits and pieces. Again, this is internal reformation, not external. At the level of women, when talking about women, Swamiji says, you just give them education. With such an education, women will solve their own problems. Women will not get solutions of their problems from the outside, but from themselves. So here also solution is in the internal. So you see, if you read Swamiji carefully with this perspective, you see that Swamiji talked only of one thing. He talked about the internalization of our senses. He talked about the internalization of our perspective. He wanted us to seek the solutions inside us and not outside us. Say, suppose it would have been how much? 30 grams or something. So what was the quotations? You see, Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atma na prakashate. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within. Swamiji says, arise, awake and stop not till the goal is reached. What goal? The goal is to manifest this divinity within. This manifestation of the divinity. That goal. Swamiji always wanted us to be spiritual. Up India and conquer the world with spirituality. Conquering means not conquering in terms of any geographical borders, but in terms of spiritual growth, in terms of being spiritual. Oh, this I forgot. Again, at the level of character, Swamiji says that at the individual level also, it is not what help you will get from the outside, but it is character. Neither money pays nor fame. It is character that cleaves its way through adamantine walls of difficulties. Charitro. One who has got character, Only he can face everything. We generally think, oh, boss says, okay, we will adjust. Adjustment is a very difficult term. It's a euphemism for lack of character. What do you mean adjust? Anybody will tell anything and you will simply do everything. So don't do that. You have a character, you have a strict value systems, and only then you can achieve great things in life. So here also we see Swami Vivekananda wants us to find the solution inside us. Sukshmaya means through keen intellect, very subtle intellect, sharp intellect. And Sukshma Darshibhihi, people who can see subtle things. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu guda atma na prakashate. Among all the living beings, the Atman or soul is hidden. It is not visible. Drishyayatu, but it is visible. To whom? Agraya buddhya. People with sharp intellect and subtle intellect. Sukshmaya, through subtle intellect. People with sharp intellect, through subtle intellect, they can Sukshma Darshibhihi. Only people who can see very subtle things, they can see that.
Why Sukshmaya? Sukshma Darshibhi is good enough.
This is what is earlier also I told it here. The scripture, when some like Uttishtata Jagrata, Uttishtata is, you only ask the question, no? To stress it. Uttishtata is sufficient. Why Jagrata? So even in day-to-day life, sometimes some people have 4 alarms. So once they will put it off, again they will put the 3rd alarm, they will get up. So like that. You are so seriously thinking, what happened?
I was just thinking that sometimes this repetition makes the thing more poetic.
Maybe, but here the poetic is not necessary. Here, yeah, it may not make it poetic, but Swamiji took directly from Kathopanishad. So, Uttishtata Jagrata. So, Uttishtata Jagrata. Mainly because we don't find such poetic thing elsewhere. So, it is because of stressing. Because you see, in philosophy, there is a dosha. Dosha means mistake, error. Punarupti dosha or Paunaruptya dosha means error of repetition. You don't say the same thing again and again because that will create cumbersomeness. In philosophy, again, it's called Gaurava dosha. Gaurava means cumbersome. It becomes complicated. So everything should be clear and simple. It should be Laghava, Laghu. So Laghava, Guru, Gaurava. So you cannot just go on repeat the same thing. That philosophy will not accept. But here it is repeated because to emphasize or to say that it is very important. So that is why 2 times it is repeated. In scriptures, see, they used to say that if a Pandit could reduce 1 letter from a shloka, he would get the joy of a birth of a son. If a son is born, how much joy one gets? Same joy the person will get if he can reduce one particular syllable. Because those days there was no computer. Earlier when computers came, we used to think, oh, how much is this? It is 20K. Oh, then you do something, you put zip or something and you reduce the file size. Now 20 GB also, okay, because so much of memory